Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. So we're back on the FTOG server playing a little bit more of Ant3. And since the end of the last episode I haven't had that much time to get on the server, so we haven't really sort of progressed stuff. What I have done is got myself a few more of the Tinker's tools. I've gone for the slimy tools again. I'm not really sure whether or not I needed them to be slimy as much as I needed the hammer, but yeah, I've done it anyway because we've got a pretty good setup for slime. We've got our tree out there. We've got plenty more of the saplings if we need to increase production. So yeah, it was available, and yeah, it's pretty good. And what I have discovered, which I do want to show you really quickly, which I thought was quite a neat thing, is with Tinkers now. And do you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm not really sure whether or not you could do this with the 1.7.10 version of Tinker's Construct, but certainly you can do it here. Is you can pretty much make obsidian automatically with this. Now, this was somebody pointed this out to me in the comments on my last video, but yeah, I was quite impressed with it, so I just wanted to show you it here really. So if we go in here, you see we've got 6 blocks of obsidian in here. All you need to do is go up to the drain with a lava bucket, pop that in there, and then grab yourself a bucket of water, which we've got here, and pop that in on top like so, and then that will turn into obsidian. So if you just go into here, you can now see we've now got 7 blocks of obsidian. So absolutely no reason to start wasting diamonds, making diamond pickaxes, spending an absolute age of time mining it, because it's still never that quick. And yeah, simple, easy obsidian blocks, and obviously you can then just pour that straight out into the casting table. So yeah, all good. And yeah, the main thing really then that I want to do today is I want to sort of continue on with our little sort of look into agricultural expansion. Now, I did find that you get some, when you start sort of mining this stuff up, you do get some extra bits and pieces that are required to make more of the sprouts. Now, I've got to find these because I placed them down. I can't exactly remember where I put them right now, but yeah, I think that may have been one of them, but they are somewhere. Obviously I've used these small crates all over the place now. I'm absolutely loving those. We will obviously move towards a more automated solution as we go forward, because I want to get some auto crafting set up as well, which would be really handy. But for now, I'm just looking for all my crates, trying to find the bits and pieces that I got from farming the crops. There we go. Right. So yeah, basically, as you can see, if I just hold this over, you can read this. So it's obtained from all types of crops, a 5% chance to get one. And then there's some other bits as well. So we got obviously the essences, but you get the powerful sprouts as well. And basically what they allow you to do is when they're combined with, say, a diamond or an emerald or whatever else, that is going to allow you to make new sprouts. So yeah, it's just kind of something that we're going to try and take a little bit of advantage of. So what I want to do is I want to set up a new area for this. I want to go quite big on this and try to get as much of that as possible, and we'll make some new sprouts. I'm going to try and make as many of the possibilities of sprouts as we possibly can. I said that really badly, but you know what I mean, right? And we're gonna try and set up some sort of an automated farming solution for this as well. I think potentially the automated farming station, and we're going to try and get that sort of pumped out of there into a storage system. So we are automatically collecting up all of the essences, whatever they're called, and we're also automatically collecting up all of those extra little bits and pieces. And the plan is, because this is quite a sort of laborious, labour-intensive process, the plan is that we'll get it running such that it's really fast, it's producing loads and loads and loads of those bits, and I'm going to try and sell those. I'm not really sure how successful that will be, but everybody's kind of coming up with their ideas for shops on the server, and I want to make sure that I've at least got a couple of ideas for something that we can set our own shop up for when we eventually move back over to Spawn and sort of set up our shop over there, which we'll be doing in the next few episodes. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So yeah, you basically think, right, I'm going to set up a new sprout today. Oh look, I need, X amount of the ultimate sprouts, and oh look, we can go and buy those off of Relic. Yeah, that is how I am imagining that it will go down. And if I get one sale, obviously I'll be happy, but that is the plan. So I'm not going to sort of worry about using sort of any specific material for this, by the way. Like, I want things to look nice, but I am just going to use the same material that we've used here because it's obviously pretty easy to get. And if there's one thing that I've learned in previous series is don't try to make things look nice at the expense of using a block that's going to take your entire time, both on camera and off camera making, because you won't make any progress whatsoever. So I'm going to get together a few of these bits and pieces, and I'll meet you back outside. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've got a few bits and pieces together, and yeah, well, I thought I'd sort of mention it as well. I'm gonna try obviously to automate some of this as well, and we are gonna try and look at a few of the different food sources that are available as well. I have noticed that food, despite having all of this, is still sort of seems to be a little bit of an issue every now and then. Well, I don't know, not so much if it's a life and death issue, but I always do seem to be quite short of food. So I know there's one thing that you can do in the pack is you can create a greenhouse, which obviously speeds up growth, etc. I've not looked into that yet, but I want to get that done fairly soon as well, and I think potentially that could be the subject of the next episode. And yeah, I forgot to mention this as well. I came in here this morning, and when I looked in here, I found that I've got some fluid blood in here as well. So I don't know whether or not somebody fell into my smeltery or whether or not a mob fell in there. But there's definitely been some sort of activity round here, because I did notice over by my mine shaft, I'm not going to go all the way over there, but you notice there's a couple of holes there, which I can only assume are creeper holes. So yeah, I don't really know what's been going on there. I assume that somebody has been around during the night or something, and there is a lot of mobs in this area. But yeah, fine. So let's crack on with this then. So I've got myself a chest so that I can just dump stuff in, and I'm going to just pop that there for now. And I also grabbed a crafting station just in case we needed it. So I'm just going to drop some of the bits and pieces that I don't currently need to be carrying around with me just in there, just for now, just so that we've got a little bit of space. And I'm going to start off by grabbing up all of these bits and pieces that are in here. As I say, we're gonna start that again, but just sort of going upwards. I really, really hope this is successful now, because I really do like the idea of having something like this as a shop. As I say, it's something that anybody can obtain, but I think most of these things are that you would sell anyway. But yeah, I just feel it'd be quite time saving. It's certainly something I would buy, and I won't make them massively expensive, because that would defeat the whole object. I think I'm going to have to lose my sugarcane on this little bit just here. And let's just get that. Can I get that back up there? Yeah, good. And tell you what, let's jump up here and do it that way. So that now gives us the full 4. Is it 4? Oh no, I need another one. Okay, let's move this across because I do want it to be the full area. Let's get rid of that. Can I get rid of that? Yeah, we can. Cool. What did I get from that? Gold dust from Mekanism. That's pretty handy. And yeah, so let's just get that across here. We'll move the sugarcane anyway. I think to a better location. And let's just jump up and get that last bit done. So now we've got 4 that way. We've got 4 that way, 4 that way, and 4 that way. So that's now going to be the full-size farm. I've not got my hoe on me or anything like that as yet, but that's no problems. Let's just kind of square that a little bit off. Okay, so all I am gonna do, I'm going to go for corners, and I think I'm just going to make it the minimum space of 2, because otherwise it's going to end up ridiculously high. Although I do suspect that I'll potentially do a few of these. We'll see how it looks. I'm not 100% sure yet, but certainly to start off with, we'll make it so that it's too high. And I'm going to need some method of getting up and down here as well. So we'll probably just grab some ladders as well, just to make that a little bit easier. And yeah, if we do that and just get this so I can put some dirt on the edge like so, and then these will go across pretty much like this, and all along. And as I say, I'll do these a few high, just so that we've got plenty of room. I know there's no way that we can fill it yet, but I'm just kind of trying to think ahead a little bit. And I want to have some space so that because I'm not used the farming station yet. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but I don't want it spread about everywhere. If it's sort of straight up, I just think that will be better. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop waffling. What I am going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to get this completed, well, at least the dirt part of this completed. Then we'll come back. We'll put some of the crops down. And then we'll have a look and see what automated solutions we could possibly use. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've gone sort of for 4 levels in this so far. I've only got 3 of the different types of sprouts at the moment. But what we can do then is we'll use this one for our diamonds, because that's probably going to be the one that we want to be able to get to easily the most. So just put all of those down. And obviously, if you've used this already, then you'll be aware that when you sort of break these down, that you get the chance for additional sprouts anyway. So that will fill up over time. And then on the next level, we'll stick our... In fact, I did have another one. Where's my emerald one gone? I seem to have misplaced that at the moment. There we go, our emerald sprout. So we'll pop that in on the next level, like so. And then we'll put our ender pearl one, or enderman sprout. Yeah, we'll put that on the 3rd level. And then the final level, we'll put our wither one down. I've not actually seen what that crafts yet. I probably should do. Oh, that was very, very silly. And then, yeah, so then the last one up here we'll use for the wither sprout, like so. I'm actually going to put some walls around the outsides of these, just so that it means that I don't keep falling down, because otherwise I will just do that for the entire series, most likely. And then, yeah, a couple of extra things then. I found a worm. Now, you get this by breaking down grass. Well, certainly that's one of the ways that you get it. And I actually had a conversation with Mistaken this morning, who I think, yeah, she is still online. And yeah, she kind of alerted me to the fact of sort of breaking grass to get these things. Now, I've not used them before, but apparently you can place them in the into the dirt somehow. And I'm not really sure how it works. Sort of. Okay. So that's just going to do what? That's just going to sort of like walk around and just turn extra sort of bits of this area into farmland. Okay, right, that's how it works. For some reason, I just had this kind of like, can I just sort of pick it up again? Is that possible? Did I lose it? I'm not 100% sure now. I think I might. Oh, I lost it. Okay, so I now know what you need to do is it does a 4x4 area, and it looks like it speeds up the tick rate of plant growth anyway. So yeah, we'll definitely be using that going forward. Okay, yeah, so we definitely need to be a little bit more careful with that in future because say I've lost that now. But anyway, the watering can, it does actually work on these plants, the agricultural expansion plants. And all you need to do, say, is just to hold that down and it will just grow things a little bit quicker if you need them to. But I don't intend to stand on all of these levels just doing this with the watering can just to make stuff grow. It was just to show you that it can make stuff grow if you want it to. So what we want to do then is get kind of an automated solution for this. And I'm thinking to myself, let's have a first look at agricultural expansion. I don't know if there's anything in there that might help us. If I can actually ever type, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right, agricultural. Let's have a look what we've got. Sprout block. Okay, well that would just be a load of those in a crafting grid, I imagine. There are all the different types of sprouts that we can get, which we will definitely be having a look at how to do some of those. In fact, some of these would be really, really handy, wouldn't they? Guardian sprout, gas sprout. Yeah, ignore my telephone ringing in the background. People just phone at the most inconvenient times. So yeah, anyway, we've got quite a few different bits and pieces. Certainly some of these metals I'd quite like to get. Let's just have a quick look and see how easy are they. Is there an iron? If we can find the iron sprout, that would definitely be quite handy. But it doesn't matter. Let's just have a look. Okay, so you can make water and you can make fire, but you can't make any of the metals, it would say. Oh, you can. No, you can. I didn't see them changing. Okay, so it looks like with the metals, all you need is some of these resource sprouts, and that's obtained from a resource crop, which I'm not really sure what it means by that. But then yeah, you just put an ingot in the middle of those. These I wish there was a book for this mod. I always find it quite handy because I don't really know what a resource sprout is. 10% chance to get another one. Powerful sprout. I'm guessing actually that a resource sprout is just one of these. It's just one of these things that we get from harvesting normally. I'm thinking to myself that it's potentially the kind of like the baby one, the easiest one to get. But I haven't got any. I'm just going to take those out and put them in the chest out there because that can be our area where we sort of store this stuff for now. But yeah, we certainly haven't got any of those resource sprouts yet. I'm just kind of wondering. You probably, if you already know how to use this mod, you're probably sort of laughing at this. But I'm just kind of thinking to myself, how do we actually get? Is it a different plant? I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to briefly go off camera again. I'm going to use the watering can and get these grown up and harvest it a few times and see if I get any of them. just to sort of test it out. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it actually turns out that they're not drops, they're actually craftable items. So what you need is one of these resource seeds. So it's just an apple, a seed, a bit of bone meal, and a water bucket. So I've got all the rest. Let's just go and quickly grab some water. And hopefully we can just craft one of those up really quickly and easily. There we go. So there is a resource seed. And we're going to go and pop that. I've made another little new area. This is already becoming quite high, quite quick. So we'll put that in. We'll put that in here. So I'm so glad that Mistaken is actually online, because I would have floundered around for absolutely ages trying to figure that out, because it wasn't actually that intuitive. When you go in, you've got this sort of resource sprout, which I thought, yeah, so it says 10% chance to get from another, and in the crafting items, you can only see you can get this sort of full sprout block, which is actually obtained from 9 of those. And yeah, I wouldn't have looked all the way down here. So this is why I like playing on multiplayer servers, because it's always good. If you're stuck, you don't have to spend an hour trawling around, like either on the internet or trying to figure stuff out yourself. Sometimes you can just ask people, and it makes life a whole lot easier and more pleasant. So I'm going to fill my watering can up, and I'm just going to try. I know I've got distracted again. We were going to be looking at automated solutions, but I just wanted to sort of try and get this this started, so that you know what I'm doing. And in between episodes, then what that means is I can go off and I can create a load of these seeds without feeling guilty that I'm not showing you what I'm doing, because you'll know exactly how I've obtained them. So let's just get this grown up, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a drop from this straight away. And it is becoming night again. I tell you, I don't know whether or not on servers night comes round quicker than normal, but I think you probably get bored of me moaning about it actually. But every single server that I play on, it always seems that night grows really quickly. So comes really quickly. So let's just chop that down, and yeah, collect sprouts. There's another achievement, and there we go. So we have got ourselves a resource sprout. Now, I don't know whether or not this drops additional seeds at all, whether there's a chance of that, but that is certainly how we are going to go about getting the rest of our stuff. And if they don't drop seeds, no worries, because I say they're easily craftable. So we can get a whole bunch of those, and we can get our production line going. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I can feel a successful server business venture coming on. Everybody is going to want to buy from me. It's going to be really popular, and I'll basically win the game. So that will be absolutely fantastic. So let's have a look at some automated solutions now that we've done it. Now, there wasn't anything particularly in there, so I want to have a look at the farming station and just see how easy that is to make. So it's an Ender IO item, and we're going to need some electrical steel, a diamond hoe, a pulsating crystal, and yeah, so this actually looks as though it may well be a little bit out of our reach at the moment, although that's fairly easy. Capacitor, yeah, we could make the machine chassis fairly easy. The pulsating crystal is going to require some pulsating iron, which I'm not really sure. Alloy smelter with an ender pearl, and yeah, okay. So this is pretty much looking as though we're gonna need to get some more machines, but that is the route that we're gonna have to go down. So let's have a look and see the slice and splice, how easy that is to put together. So we're going to need a head of some sort, some shears, an axe, and then some solarium, which is obtained in the alloy smelter from soul sand and gold, which is fine. So it looks as though the first thing that we are going to need to make is the alloy smelter. And it doesn't look too difficult. A few furnaces, a cauldron. So we're going to need a bunch of iron for that. We're going to need a few furnaces, and then say this machine chassis, which is just some copper, some redstone, and some gold nuggets. So let me go away, get a few of these bits together, and let's get ourselves an alloy smelter. And hopefully I can get some kind of use out of this coal generator that we made from RF Tools. I'm really not sure how this works yet, but yeah, we'll try. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so got some copper. I'm just going to pour some of that out because that is the final bit that we need for our alloy smelter. And yeah, I kind of feel as though things are looking good now. We've got a little bit of a path that we're going to work on over the next few episodes to get this set up. And it's all good. So just waiting for that to finish up. We can grab that out and let's just pop back inside again and get this crafted up. So let's just remind ourselves what we need. Well, first of all, let's turn that into blocks because that is always handy to have that done up front. I know that we're going to need some iron bars, and we're also going to need a cauldron, and we're going through this we are going through this iron at quite a decent pace, but that's fine. The hammer is really good. I've been using that quite extensively. So first of all then we need this. So we're going to need to get ourselves first of all some gold nuggets, which I completely forgot about. So there is the gold nuggets, and we will just pop those all in like this. There is our basic capacitor. And then finally, I could have just typed in alloy smelter and I wouldn't have to keep going through this path, but yeah, that's just because I'm lazy. And there's our machine chassis. And then finally, we'll just do that all again. And we can just pop that together. Oh no, we haven't got the furnaces yet. And we haven't got the cobble. So let's just grab some cobble from somewhere and make ourselves some furnaces. Now, I refuse to believe that I haven't got any cobble. There we go. Fine, we have. So we need 3 furnaces. Let's just pop that round like so. 1, 2, 3. And just grab that back out again. And then just go into that for a final time. As I say, hopefully we can just pop this together. And there we go. There is our alloy smelter. That is excellent. Now, I did say that I'm going to create a little bit of an area for a workshop down here, but I haven't had time to set that up, but we will do. And eventually all of these bits and pieces are going to go downstairs, as well as our storage area for this unit will go downstairs as well. But for now, I'm just going to set it up in here, and we'll put it there. So we can pop that there, and I want to grab this down from up there as well, because that is pretty useless up there, to be fair. And I'm hoping now, I think if we pop that there, and just want to pop some more coal in. I'm going to put all my coal in this because this kind of happened last time. Now, is this actually excellent? So that is actually now powering that up. That's good. And then the next thing that we needed in order to get this farming station then was we needed some way of getting these pulsating crystals. That is for sure. Now, they are obtained from getting pulsating iron, which is an ender pearl and an iron nugget. Yeah, so ender pearl shouldn't be too difficult to grab hold of. I just want to have a quick check actually and just see whether or not I've got how much of this I've got sitting around. I know I've got the diamond essence, and there's some of the enderman essence. Just wonder how much of that has grown in the meantime. I'm just going to check outside because I know there were some mobs floating around because I'd let the night drag on a little bit too long. As I say, they do seem to spawn quite quickly, and I'm now worried that they're going to be up here. I'm going to end up with a creeper on my farm or something, but no, that's fine. We seem to be okay at the moment. Oh dear, didn't want to do that. Right, so that's our emeralds. That's grown quite nicely, actually. And I think, yeah, this was the Enderman crop. Cool. I thought I could hear a spider then, but clearly not. Right, let's grab that. I am going to definitely put some walls around this. I might actually do that in this episode after all. Can I jump off here into the water? Good. Let's see how many of these we. In fact, let's go put the seeds down first of all. Let's get into the habit of always making sure that we reseed stuff as quickly as possible. So there is our Enderman sprouts. So we just go and pop those down, and that is already building up again quite nicely. And now we've got 15 of these Enderman essences. That is not going to be nearly enough, but I'm trying to think now if I... Oh, you keep the bucket actually. Oh, do you know what? Sorry, I didn't notice that before. I'm rambling on, but you keep the bucket when you make the resource seeds, which is really, really handy. That means we can make quite a few of those. And yeah, there we go. So you get 2 ender pearls for that. That is quite handy. So we'll definitely be making up a load of those. And now we can make some of this pulsating, what was it called? Pulsating iron? Pulsating crystals. So we need the iron nugget, and the iron nugget was simply, yeah, it was an iron ingot and an ender pearl in the alloy smelter. So let's just pop those in. So here and here. In fact, should we make 2 of those? Just make life a little bit more simple. So that's that. And so once we've got that, we can make these pulsating crystals. So we're going to need to grab some diamonds. And I'm hungry again. I wish there was a way to sort of automatically feed yourself, because that's probably the thing that I'd find most helpful at the moment. So I'm just always forgetting to... I'm always forgetting to eat. Right, so let's go and grab those out of the alloy smelter. That's one of those, and then just go and craft some of that up. So I think we just needed, yeah, just the pulsating iron nuggets. So it's going to be quite handy actually. So one of those, and yeah, good, pulsating crystal. And we need 2 of those. Let's just go and grab the other one of those out of there, and we'll turn that into nuggets as well. Pop the other diamond in the middle, and there's our 2 crystals. Okay, and yeah, so then we're going to need the Z Logic controller, which is going to require us to get the slice and splice. Yeah, oh, we need silicon as well, and silicon is made in the crusher. Yeah, there's quite a few machines that we're going to need in order to get to this, point, isn't there? How difficult is that to make? Steel casing. It needs steel ingots. And steel is obtained by smelting steel dust. And how do we get steel dust? From the sag mill or from the crusher? It looks as though we are going to need to get some more machines going here. So we're going to need some coal, so metallurgic infuser, and enriched iron is just, yeah, so that's just iron. Okay, so it looks as though we're going to need to make ourselves one of these. Now this doesn't actually look that difficult. This doesn't look that difficult at all, actually. I've never played with Mekanism before, so yeah, I'm quite actually looking forward to this. Osmium, and this is we haven't found any osmium ore yet. I don't, normally you can click on the ores and it shows you sort of what levels you can find it at. Let's just have a quick look with osmium and see how easy that is. No, it doesn't show you for this. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. A strong mineral. It can be found at nearly any height in the world. Okay, cool. It looks like we're going to have to do a load more mining anyway, because we're going to need some. We're going to need some osmium. And in the next few episodes, then it looks as though we are going to be making a. We're going to be making a fair few machines. What I'm going to do, guys, is I've been slept. I'm going to end the episode here, because otherwise I'm just going to sort of waffle on about different machines, and I need to sort of go away and get my head together, get a little bit of a path for how we're going to do things. And as I say, I'm going to really go to town on this agricultural expansion, on the sprouts. We're going to expand that out. We're going to get a load of stuff. And yeah, obviously we are then going to get that automated, but we need a few things first. So if you've liked the video, drop us a like. That is always much appreciated. But until next time, guys, take care. Bye.